Hello, sir. Myself, Rishika Goel, the team lead in making the business model plan for the startup is ShopIn. ShopIn is a virtual 3D mall which allows the user to navigate through the website and shop in like in a real life. Me and my teammates are here to present you a business model plan, and my teammates are Sapan Kumar, the Chief Finance Officer, Sai Pranav, Chief Marketing Officer, Samrata Krishnan, HR Manager, Satyinjay Kumar, Backend Web Developer, Ritika, Web Designer, and Sharmila, Business Expansion Head.
I'm Rishika Goel, registration number 18BID 0270. I'm the CEO of the company. I'll discuss why we chose this idea for our startup and how our idea stand out from the all existing technologies. So Shopping is a virtual shopping mall which uses the 3D technology to give the user the experience of the real life. So, the main theme of our startup is to make people's life easy, and our project deals with the virtual reality to make our vision become reality in life. As our project title suggests us that it deals with the 3D reality, so keeping in mind, we have decided the tagline which says vision to reality. So what we are doing is we are creating the vision of the customers to reality. So why shopping? Shopping is the startup idea because it saves a lot of time. The online shopping obviously saves a lot of time. We don't have to travel 2 to 3 hours just to reach a shopping mall. So and there is no surety of getting the product. So the through the online shopping we can obviously save our time, money, fuel, and also we can get a wide variety of the product with lots of brand, and it we can also have it in a affordable price. So we thought of doing the shopping, but there are section of people present who don't believe in online shopping. They believe in the street shopping and touching the product and having the real experience of the shopping. So, in order to address that issue, we have planned to provide a 3D technique which will allow the user to have a real life experience. So that's why we have decided to do the shopping. As the pandemic which we are facing right now, the shopping can be a very beneficial idea, which can give the user a better shopping experience, and they can be safe at their homes and do the shopping. Also, this startup is a small contribution to the digital India, as a whole country is moving towards digitalization. So this startup can also be a small contribution to the digital India. Now, how our shopping stand out from all the existing technologies. So there are companies present like Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart. They are big companies, no doubt, but there are no such companies which provide 3D view of the product. No companies allows you to rotate the product in 180-degree. No shopping websites allow you to have a clone, and where you can fit the outfit and have a really enjoyable experience. So in this way, our shopping website stand out from all those existing technologies. We have decided a budget plan for our startup, and I would like to invite our Chief Finance Officer Sapan Kumar to discuss about the budgeting of our startup.
Hello all, this is Sapan Srivastav and I am here as a capacity of Chief Financial Officer. So basically my work is to arrange the funds, allocate those funds in different domains and prepare a thing like break-even analysis and forecast charts in order to evaluate the profit of the startup. So let's move. Before going further, I want to cover some points that in the initial cost which was invested in the startup was 1 crore, and the funds were basically obtained from the bank loan and the members of the startup. We have tried to keep the margins not too high, neither too low, because by keeping the margins too high, we can't gain the trust of the customers, and so we have also keep the margins not too low so as to gain the profit as soon as possible. And basically, the company is expected to make a profit in about 1 year. Now we jump to the pricing model. So in pricing model, as you can see that we have taken the domains like clothing, furniture, groceries, stationery, etc. And here I have provided the cost price, selling price, profit earn, and units expected to be sold. So it's about we are expecting that if we sold about a unit of 1035, we are expected to gain a profit of around 12 lakhs 4,094. In addition to that, we are also expecting to gain a lot of customers and attract them through different marketing strategies like giving away the gifts, vouchers, and different strategies also. So moving to the next part, this is the sale forecast. And here I would like to tell you that the sale forecast is for observing the trends of the sales in particular month by considering the different expected revenues which we can generate on different days. Also here you can see that the bar graphs which is present in the blue color is showing the month of October, and the bar graphs which are present in the orange color is showing the month of November. So here you can observe that some of the bar graphs are blank. These are considered to be the days on Sunday because we are expecting that the mall will be closed on these days, and hence it is not going to make any further revenues on that days. Now we will move to the most important part, that is the break-even analysis chart. So this chart is basically being provided to provide an idea for that at which particular point the company is going to break even. That is from which particular point the company is going to make a profit. So as you all can see here that at point number 12, our company has gained an income of 37 lakhs 26,000. And prior to that, the net profits net profit which are highlighted in the red colors are completely red, are completely lost for the company. And the next points like 13 and 14, the company is making a profit. So basically, this is how this is a point where we can reach a profit state. And at last, I would like to discuss about the break-even analysis graph. And this graph basically shows that where the income line crosses and the total cost line is known as the break-even point. So from a particular point, we can assess that the time and the units required for the company to sell by so in order to gain out of loss, in order to gain and come out of the loss. That is, now I would like to highlight that the line which are in blue color is of total cost, and the lines which are in present in the orange is of the income. So here you can see that at somewhere in point 12, the orange line is that is the income line is crossing the total cost. So so the company is going to make a profit at the point number 12, and also the net profit line, which is highlighted in the gray color, is also having showing a rise at the point number 12. So basically it is expected that our startup is going to have a complete profit in about 1 year, and this is all about financial marketing. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sai Pranatava, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for this project. A Chief Marketing Officer is someone who takes care of the imaging of the products and the overall company as a whole. Well, I take care of the company's advertising activities, brand management, market research, product development, and managing the market communication, pricing, and customer service. These are just few of the topics that I take care of, and I'll explain them or give you a basic insight of what my job is in the next few slides. Let me start off with the 4 P's of marketing: product, price, promotion, and place. Our product is an advanced e-commerce website that gives you an offline and an online experience at the same time. You'll be asking me how? Well, that is due to the fact that our online e-commerce website also provides a virtual facility for you to look at the product as a whole. You may not be able to touch and feel it, but you will see the product much better than how these general e-commerce websites show as sliding images. So you can see the whole product clearer and much better in high HD quality. This is especially beneficial for those people who are busy and skeptical and they do not trust online shopping that well. If they do not have time and they don't prefer buying online, well, this will give them a clarity about their product and they may choose to buy it or not there and then. Especially retailers in this pandemic, this is what the benefit is. They're losing out on business due to lack of offline shopping. People do not go to shops anymore. So retailers will be able to put their products online and they'll be able to show a proper HD image, which is how customers will trust the product, trust the retailer, and buy it from them. This provides a benefit for the retailer and the customer, and especially those customers who do not have time and do not trust online shopping. Promotion. Promotion, I'll be going through promotion in the next few slides, and this is to create brand loyalty and generate sales for the products. Starting off, we'll be looking at the metropolitan cities that are Bangalore and Delhi, and this is at the beginning of our working. This is how we're going to start. And once we get some profits, we'll be expanding to other cities. Once we make some capital that we can use, we'll be moving on to towns and not just metropolitan cities like Pune and Vijayawada and so on, Mysore. And I'll be moving on to the other slide, which is how do you stamp your presence in the pandemic right now? There are three ways that I'm going to elucidate that my company is going to do, which is online promoting. Social media has become one of the most beneficial methods, one of the most beneficial tools to promote your products. Various companies such as Swiggy, Amazon, Flipkart use effective social media engagement to leverage customer engagement, leverage customer contact, and that is how they get their products to sell. Well, along with that, we'll be using SEO, a refined SEO, which will make sure that the quality and the quantity of the traffic for the website are not reduced in any manner. There's also something that we need to do to retain our customers, that is retargeting. And I'll come to that, but as short notice, retargeting is a form of online advertising that will help you keep your traffic, help you keep your customers, and it's a form of customer retainment. So this leads to effective marketing as a whole. Maintain networks. Now, social media as a whole is now a very strong tool to use. And that is why we will be creating an Instagram page. The Instagram page will provide appealing, very engaging content to attract the customers. And this way, the customers will feel like going to the website and looking at some content to buy, some products to buy. And that is one way we're going to maintain and increase network. That is how, by the help of social media, we can help spread word of mouth and also engage more customers and get them interested to our products. Effective feedbacks. Now, social media provides a lot of feedback. It can be either of your products you're selling or your marketing strategies. And you have engagement as in shares and post transfers, people sending them to other people, posting it on the stories. And then you have people also commenting and liking the post. So that way you'll get a reality check. And social media provides the best analytics to show such statistics and feedback about your marketing. Well, you should also always look to engage your audience. So coming up with trending and very engaging content. Companies like Swiggy, as I've mentioned earlier, use very trending content. And this is why they always maintain in contact with the customers. And this is actually a combination of both my points, that I always look to engage audience and leverage social media. You need to use your effective content, trendy, up-to-date content to engage the audience and also keep the flow maintained of the entire marketing strategy. If you continuously post, come up with good content, it will always stay on their feed, which will mean the customers will always be with you. This is my meal strategy with working on social media. Now, how do we stabilize a strategy? After you get customers, what do? Well, customer loyalty programs. We'll be getting to that in the website part where Ritika will be explaining it. But let me tell you what customer loyalty programs are. When a customer orders something, they get few points which they can use in order to buy more products or obtain discount or offers on various other products. This is customer loyalty programs. Now they, due to the membership they own and the number of products they buy, they get these points, and which will be used to keep your customers. Retargeting, making sure that your customers are always there. You retarget, you keep going against those customers, because why? Pareto principle. The Pareto principle states that 20% of your customers generate 80% of your revenue. That is right. So it is very important to make sure that your customers are here, and we'll be retargeting with the help of social of website ads, a very strong SEO. Like we use something called retargeting, where where a person going to another website after browsing your website will see the ads of your website with the help of cookies. And this is completely legal, and it's one way that people always see your website, they'll always remain connected, and it'll be in their head. Now, improve KPIs around customer service. KPI is a key performance indicator, and you need to know how well your customer service is doing. You need to have utmost focus, because if you do not have a strong customer service, if you do not look at how your feedback is coming with your products, and you should have a comment section with your products. And when you do that, you will get to know what areas to improve on. Public is the best way to know where you're going wrong, and that is how it's going to be. So retention will be equally proportional to appreciation you're getting for your products and marketing and the effort you put in for it. Now, this coming to the end of it, let me show you a quick recap of my process and strategy roadmap. We will initialize our marketing campaign by putting up social media platforms such as an Instagram account and a Facebook account. Using those, we will come up with offers to appeal customers. These will be spreading in stage 2 by refining our SEO and making better content to attract our customers. This way, we will engage our audience and also boost our marketing strategies with the help of contests. Contests such as giveaways, to give away well-known products for a social media challenge, such as putting hashtags and posting a picture of yourself doing some activity. This will engage the audience and increase the word of mouth. This way, your product, your website will go ahead. And that is how I am planning to move ahead with the marketing campaign of my company. This can also be leveraged with Make in India campaign, because that is a campaign that's been provided by the government for startups that are based in India. So using that, we can effectively get loans. And as Sapan has mentioned, we can actually work towards getting finance for basic initializing marketing that will provide a big boost for us later on. Now, once you get these customers, you will be instating loyalty programs. Loyalty programs to retain the customers, so that the early adopters don't leave, they stay there with you. So what you have to do is you have to continue this publicity and make sure that it does not go down. The level should always get better and better. If it stays, also great, but it should not never ever go down. So the USP must be kept in mind. It should be displayed to the user what you want to achieve with your company, and also provided with strong publicity. Now, once you get feedback, as I mentioned earlier, you have to expand and tweak the process. You have to advance it with the feedback obtained. And this way, you will keep up with the latest trends and your marketing will be strengthened. Thank you.
I'm Rishika Goel, registration number 18BIT0270, operations head. I'll be talking on the services provided by our company and also the workflow of our company. So the services include the website through which the users will interact through this website, and the user will navigate through the website and will interact with the website through the feedback form. And also in our website we have included a checkpoint, loyalty checkpoints. So whenever a user buys anything, he gets the checkpoints, the loyalty checkpoints, and these loyalty checkpoints can be used for the discount coupons, and whenever he shops again, he can use those discount coupons for getting the extra discounts. Also, our services include the 3D technology, in which a clone is generated, which will allow the user to try the outfit in that clone and have a real life experience. Also, talking about the workflow, so I'll quickly touch upon the workflow of the website, as it is the most important component of our company. So our workflow for the website includes, so there's a customer feedback. So after receiving the um, feedback from the customers, the web designers present will modify the website accordingly. And after the modification, the website is done, the testing team tests the website that it is up to the mark or not. So after the um, after the website is modified, the custom on the customer side, the user serves through the website. He selects the item which he wants to buy. The item is added to the cart, and after the item is added to the cart, the payment option is available to the user. So if the user wants to pay it through the credit card, or pay after the delivery of the product, so that he can select the desired option. And after the shopping is completed, he can give the feedback. So on the seller side, there has to be the stock updation each and every second. So for updating the stocks, the database is collected, which tells the stock in the warehouse, and that is updated in the website in each second. Like suppose if we are looking for the cloth variety, so for each and every size, the database is maintained, and in that database the stock is maintained, and that stock is updated each and every second. So when the user places any order, there is a deduction from the stock, and like I told you, there is a stock updation. So when the order is placed, it is packed at the warehouse, and the parcel is shipped to the courier. From the courier, a delivery boy delivers the parcel to the given address. And if the item is cash on delivery type, so the cash will be collected from the customer, and that cash will be transferred to the company. So the company will give them the payment to the seller just after that. And after the delivery of the item is done, the customer gets the message of the successful delivery, along with the feedback form. And the seller who is selling the product also gets the information regarding the shipment of the product. Also, there are two special scenarios, like return and exchange options. So there might be a case when the user doesn't like the product, and he or she can go back to the account and go to the exchange option, just in case to exchange the product. So for in order to exchange the product, he or she has to select the alternative product which he wants, and the request is sent to the seller regarding the new product. And the same cycle repeats, like the parcel is shipped to the courier, and then the courier delivers it to the home, and the feedback form is generated, and the feedback form is circulated. So in this way it goes on. And suppose there is a case of return. So in return case, the delivery boy comes to the customer's home to receive the parcel. The parcel is checked by the delivery boy, and then the refund is initiated by the seller. So in this way, this is the working flow of our company. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Samrita Krishnan, Chief Human Resource Officer of this venture. I will be speaking about the following regarding my role as the CHRO. 3 stages of the recruitment process: HR strategies in initiatives, performance appraisal system, pay plan and benefits program, HR metrics, legal compliance, and employee engagement. Stage 1, recruitment. I will receive a requisition from management. Following this will be requirement, where identification will be through headhunting, agencies, word to mouth, social media, and advertising. The following people are necessities to this venture: 3D animation specialists, web developers, software engineers, technicians, the financial head, the operations head, the marketing head, the inventory clerk, and an admin. The criteria include core competency, education, experience, and age. Following this is the shortlisting process, interview, selection process, offer, and finally acceptance. Stage 2, onboarding, where the employee will fulfill the company's formalities, attend the induction program, and will finally be directed to their specific department. Stage 3, introduction, where the employee will be familiarized with their colleagues. In addition to this, I will be fulfilling the role of development and implementation of HR strategies and initiatives, which will align with the overall business strategy. In terms of overseeing and management of a performance appraisal system that drives high performance, there will be performance management, and the employee will assess themselves, following which decision regarding promotions and money will be made by myself along with the management system. In terms of maintenance of a pay plan and benefits program, performance-based conveyance and more money will be provided. There will be a provident fund where deduction of saving will be dependent on the minimum number requirement. Under the Employee State Insurance Corporation, each of the employees will be provided with a health insurance. In terms of reporting to management and providing decision support through HR metrics, there will be a performance management system where details of the employees and feedback will be given by me. Ensuring legal compliance throughout human resource management includes abiding by the labor laws of India, and association with the legal department, which will either be as part of the company or which will be outsourced. Employee engagement would include festival celebrations, competitions, annual day celebration, training programs as per requirement. Some of the general roles that I will fulfill will include bridging management and employee relations by addressing demands, grievances, or other issues, support current and future business needs through the development, engagement, motivation, and preservation of human capital, assessing training needs to apply and monitor training programs, and last but not the least, which is extremely crucial, is nurturing a positive work environment for everyone. Thank you.
Deepika Bharadwaj, 18 BCE 2329. I am the web designer of Shopin. Along with the official logo, I have designed the website of Shopin. So, as a front-end developer, I am responsible for ensuring the alignment of web design, the user experience requirements, optimizing the web pages for maximum efficiency, and maintaining the brand consistency across all web pages. I have cordially worked with the backend developer to design the official website of Shopin. The website of Shopin is the way how the customers interact with us directly. So now I'll be showing you the website. So this is the official website of Shopin. Now here you can see this is the home page. So I'll be scrolling down. So in the home page, we have mainly three options. First is to shop, to view all the products that are available. Then is to log in. By logging in, we can activate our loyalty points, and at the same time, we can see our orders. Next, I'll be showing you the About Us page. This About Us page helps the customers to know more about us, to understand what we are trying to do. So we are a virtual shopping mall. This is written along with it, our team. Yeah. So these are the team members. So this is our About Us page, so that the customers can know us better. Then if the customers want to contact to us, they can go to the Contact Us page. Now this Contact Us page also has a newsletter, so anyone can sign up to get monthly newsletters from us. So now I'll be showing you how a user can log in and start shopping. So unless you have an option of signing up, of creating an account on your own, and if you have created already, you just need to sign in. Yeah. So as you can see, these are the this is the virtual shopping interface, the UI that we are going to provide. So if you scroll down, there are a variety of options to see. And whatever you feel good about, you can add it to the cart. So yeah, you can also view your cart, how many items are there in your cart. Yeah, so this is the cart. This functionality will be further explained by our backend developer. Now you can either log in as a customer or as an admin. So yeah, logging in as an admin. Yeah. So in the admin, you have mainly two options: to add further products and show more products. Yeah. This is the interface for adding products and the interface for showing products, the products that are available that are put up on a website. So that's all.
Hello, I am Satanjay Kumar, 18BIT0040, and I am doing the role of a backend developer. So, what a backend developer does is that it maintains and debugs the website, and also it integrates the database to the front end part of the website, and also it ensures that whatever the data is requested by the user, the data is perfectly shown in the browser. So as Ritika has already explained the UI of our website, so I'm going to explain the functionalities that the user and the admin, that is the seller, can perform. So first, I'm jumping into user. So the user have to first log in or sign up from our website like this, and they have to put their email and their password to first log into our website. This, and now all products will be shown here. So in this, the user can filter products like all clothes, toys, homes, home accessories, and computer accessories. And also the user can add products into their cart by clicking this add to cart button like this. And after that, the user can also put the detailed information about their profile, like the address and phone number like this. They have to fill this form and submit it. They can also change their profile picture. And now they can also manage the cart like by clicking here. So this is the cart. They can change the number of items they want to purchase, and they can either if they don't want to that product in the cart, they can remove it also like this. And to purchase the all products, they can go to checkout like this. So now I'm going to explain the functionalities that a seller can perform. So first, the user, I'm logging out from the user. Now, first, the admin or the seller has to log in like this. They have to put the email and the password like this. So this is the dashboard of the admin. So first, functionality that the seller can perform is adding products in our website. So adding product, they have to click the add product button, and in this they have to put detailed information about their product and submit this form. So after that, they can show the products that they have uploaded like this. So this is the products that I've already uploaded. And the other thing that they can do is they can either edit the product like this, the product information, or they can delete a specific product. So this is our website. Thank you.
Hi, I am Sharmila Sridhar and I am the Business Expansion Head. My role is to expand the boundaries of the business and to make the business swell, which is complemented by the improved cash flow and results in the swelling of our bank balance. I have three basic mantras for business expansion, namely customer satisfaction formula, business ladder, and 4-pillar policy. Coming to my first mantra, the formula for customer satisfaction. My formula for customer satisfaction is pretty simple. It's a very general equation with price on the LHS and quality, trends, style, and services on the RHS. Never underestimate the price on the LHS, as the most a customer can be satisfied is with a reasonable price of a product. Given the quality, the trend and the style, and the 24-hour services provided by us for our customers for the given product within an affordable price range satisfies the customers the most. So I definitely follow this mantra for a successful business. Coming to my next mantra, called the business ladder, I start from the bottom, which is the rejection. Even though I prioritize rejection, even though I give rejection the least priority, it concerns me the most, and my customers' inputs and values are most important to me. I make sure I satisfy them the most, and through rejections, I make sure I never make the mistakes again. Next comes the timely delivery. I make sure that our products reach our customers on time, followed by deliver what is displayed, an apple for an apple, displayed, not a plum. Next step is the search result, which indicates do not display all you know, but only what is asked. Then comes improved visual experience. In other words, trial room experience, which we try providing to our customers. Last but not the least, which is my topmost priority, is to understand my customer's requirement, also known as NYC. Know your customer like a palm of your hand to provide exactly what they require and they need. Last but not the least, I would like to mention my 4-pillar policy. Starting with the word M, the letter M that stands for market survey. Know your market, know what is going around you is my main motto. Also comes this, which is followed by the letter C. Crush your competition, but not your competitors. Always be 2 steps ahead of your competition. These 2 letters or these two meanings go hand in hand, as we can provide our customers with pre-festive jitters way before our festive seasons, which attract the customers and also crush our competition. The third part or the third letter is the letter H. Most people won't like the word which stands for, that is honesty, because the phrase honesty is the best policy has now become a myth, but it is always a good policy. Last comes group shopping. I encourage my customers to shop in bulk and to shop in group by providing them offers and discounts for bulk shopping and to grow our business and expand. Thank you.
With this, we conclude our business model plan, and I would like to show my heartfelt gratitude towards our professor, Dr. Suraj Khushi Shekhar, who has guided us and motivated us throughout the journey, and also my teammates who have shown a very positive response and cooperated with me to make this strategy a grand success. I hope you liked our video. Thank you.